5 reasons why photography beginners should buy this lens first. Now, before I reveal it, we're going to go over each and I'm going to share images to prove why this should be your first lens purchase. Plus, as a bonus, the #1 reason that no other photographer mentions. So I have several lenses here in different shapes and sizes, and some are very heavy, like my 160 to 600 millimeter lens, which weighs around 5 pounds. Now this lens, on the other hand, is compact, easy to carry, and weighs under 1 pound. Now, while that's a benefit, it's not the most important reason. The next reason matters even more. So this is known as a prime lens, meaning it has a single focal length, unlike a zoom lens, which has multiple focal lengths. Now, in general, prime lenses are sharper than zoom lenses. That said, this zoom is much sharper than some of my older prime lenses that I own, like this 85mm that I bought back in the early 90s. And that's simply due to advances in lens technology over time. And that difference becomes especially noticeable when comparing a prime lens to a typical kit lens that comes with most camera bundles. So both of these images were captured at the same focal length, at ISO 100 and an aperture of f8. And the image on the left was created with a prime lens, and it's noticeably sharper than the one created with the zoom lens. All right, so another major reason to choose this lens is its aperture, which offers several advantages over a zoom lens. So this zoom lens has a maximum aperture of f3.5, while this prime lens has a maximum aperture of f1.4. And at 1.4, more than twice as much light reaches the camera sensor compared to 3.5. And this allows you to photograph in low light conditions without needing a slower shutter speed. Now, this particular zoom lens has what is known as a variable aperture, and shooting at the same focal length compared to my recommended lens means the largest aperture is f4. So for this particular image, it was created with the zoom lens, and I had to use f4 to shoot at the same focal length as the prime, and that required a shutter speed of 1/20th of a second to get the right exposure, and I had to use a tripod to avoid making the image blurry. Now, with the prime lens at f1.4, I was able to use a faster shutter speed of 1/60th of a second for the exposure, and I didn't need a tripod. Now, another benefit of a wider aperture, like 1.4, is improved background blur. Now, compared to 3.5, 1.4 produces a shallower depth of field, giving your images a more professional look. All right, so at this point, you might think that this lens is too expensive. However, I believe it offers the best return on your investment. Now, it does cost more than a kit lens, but far less than a premium zoom lens at the same focal length. Now, I purchased this lens at around $400, but you can get a 1.8 version for about $200. And if you buy used, you can get it closer to $100. All right, so the #1 reason you should buy this lens first is it will make you a better photographer faster, and here's how. Now, even though the larger aperture helps create better, more professional images, that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm referring to the process of using this lens. Now, when you start your photography journey, you're excited to create lots of photos. So you grab your zoom lens, like most beginners, and you will begin zooming in and out to frame your subject. Now, with a prime lens, you can't do that. You have to physically move forward or backward to compose your image, and that process slows you down and forces you to think before pressing the shutter, and thinking is the key to creating great images. Developing the habit of slowing down and intentionally creating your photos early on will make you a better photographer much faster. I guarantee it. Now, if you truly want to master photography, you need to learn to create images, not just take them. Be different, stand out, create, and don't just take. And it all starts with buying a 50mm prime lens. All right, now that you know which lens to buy, you need to know how to use it. I've put everything I've learned in 3 decades into a free 4-hour photography course for beginners, and it just passed 1 million views, and you can watch it right here to start mastering your new gear.